on again. Hope you're all right, and I hope you're having a good day. My name's Iris Smith, and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch in Mansfield, Nottinghamshire. I've been doing floristry for over 15 years. I did do many years in fresh flowers, but then I decided to take a different path in floral design and go to do artificial. As much as I love doing the fresh flowers, and I really did, the only thing is you can be creative to a certain point, but you can't manipulate the flowers to sit in a certain area or bend over, because obviously they're going to snap. So I decided if I did artificial, I could be more creative, and hopefully with what you see with some of my designs behind me, you can see that in my designs. Today we're going to do, if I just grab it, a lantern. I got these from a local store. They was very cheap, but they're absolutely beautiful. You can put candles or anything inside. The door here does open. I may put a small candle in it later, but at the moment I'm not going to do anything. Some people want to just put their own things in it themselves, so sometimes, you know, I ask if they want me to leave, customers want me to leave it bare, or they want me to put flowers in, or even a candle or a little vase. I may have a little vase. Yes, just a little vase, just like that. It's no more than 4 inches high, and you could sit that with a few flowers in. If I can, oops, sorry everybody, and place that, or glue the vase down, place it in there with a few flowers inside as well. So I do ask my customers, I mean, I've got different style vases, that's just because I had that one there, but I do ask my customers what they'd like inside. Right, first of all, I've just cut a few bits down off the stem ready to do it. I've got 2 of the same amount cut down, one for the top, one for the bottom. I'm not gluing them onto the lantern like I would if I did a display of any other sort, you know, dip it and glue. I'm going to arrange the flowers out on my mat, and then I'm going to use a tie wrap to tie wrap them together, and I've already pre-done just a small bow to sit in the centre of the flowers. So as you've got them as a bunch, it's going to sit there, and then the other bunch will sit there. I don't want my flowers leaning, so they're going to be touching the bottom of the surface. I want them slightly off, because you don't want them rubbing against the surface. So first of all, we'll attach the bow once we've got all the flowers together. I've got just one piece of black fern. I found this when I went to my supermarket. They was doing a few artificial things. They usually do green, but then when I walked past and I spotted it in black, I bought a lot. There was only £3 a bunch, sorry, and you get 9 stems on them. So I think I bought about 8 bunches of them. So first of all, that's going to be at the back. The stem here that I've left, this is where we're going to tie wrap all of those flowers around, so it holds it all in together. So first of all, we'll have the black. I do have ficus, just 1 stem of that, the variegated one. I've got a white ruscus, which is beautiful. That would look absolutely stunning, and it has done before when I've done them in weddings, in posies, buttonholes, you know, anything like that, even something like we're doing today. I do have my red carnations, the very deep red. I have fluffed a few out, and some of them come with the little buds on as well, and also I mean, I've cut them off of one stem, some are attached, and it's like that, because when I bought them, they are spray carnations. I've got one piece of this fern with its grass, with its little pods on the top, and that they do it in different colours, and I've got several different colours of that. I've got one piece, which I think this is brassica. I really can't remember what it's called, but I've got that, and I think that with it being a greeny colour, like a lime colour, sitting at the front, you know, will take it and make it look nice. And I've got, I think, two stems of my white little calla lilies, which on a bunch I think you get 7 or 10 stems. And I have just one of these that I've just chopped off the end of a vine as well. I didn't want, no, I left the flowers on the vine, but I just wanted this leaf with, you know, just those little bits of eucalyptus on, just to give it a bit different variation and texture. And I also have, which I've cut down, these stems are really long when I bought them, but I've cut it down just for this purpose only, is an orchid. I hope you like those. They're beautiful colour. I've got many different colours of the orchid, but I thought today I'm going to get these. They've got a slight tint of, I don't know, it looks like a bit of a peachy orange colour going to a reddy colour, and then obviously your yellow pod in the centre. I hope you can see those as well. Right, let's get started on the first one. As I say, the fern is going to go, and I'm going to lay it horizontal. So, and then I wanted to just put a bit of the ruscus in front of the fern, but I want to meet up with the end of the stem, because I need to put them all together. Just fluff it out, and then that's that one. I've got my orchid, which I want to place just on top of that, in front of it. So then we have that. So, and then now I'm going to use, if I just separate everything, just my one stem of ficus, and I want to offset that to one side. There's a little bit coming out there, but that's not a problem at all. So as I'm holding them still, I want to put in one of my carnations, and that is going to sit up slightly higher. I've cut this one slightly higher and just place it behind the ruscus. And then I'm going to get the smaller ones, and I'm going to place, let me just see which one's the longer one. The longer one there, just turn it. You can manipulate your flowers into the position once you've tie wrapped them. And then this one, just slightly smaller, and hold that. So, and then I have obviously the fern that with the pods on the top, and that's just going to sit behind and just, you know, hang loosely and let it do its job. And like I say, I've got this as well, and I'm going to put that on the other side. So now I've got my calla lilies, I'm going to put one there, one up there. So these are sticking out, and then with this, in fact, I might bring that just next to that. Just push that down slightly and just straighten up everything that I've got. It's not going to be a big one because it's not a very big lantern. And just get the flowers just to slightly stick out. Right, I'm going to put a tie wrap round at the bottom because I've got all the stems holding there. So we're going to just put that a tie wrap round to secure them so they don't move. If I can get it in. And there you have it. That's just one secured in, and there you have your stem. So now all you do is just bend and manipulate how you'd like it to sit and where you'd like your flowers. I'll bring some through here. I'll show you in one moment what it's. So there you have it. And that on your lantern, once the other one's done, that on your lantern will sit like that. If we need to push this up higher, I can pull it through. Now I've tested that it's still slightly long, and just slightly pull it down at the back. Even though the tie wrap's on, you can manipulate it to come down. And we'll check again. Now that's better. If you can just see, that's how I want it to sit, not touching the floor, even if it's just a few centimetres. I hope you can see, a few centimetres away from the floor. That's all right. So that's the first one done. I shall cut the tie wrap off of this. I've got a little bit hanging here and it's not gone in, so I'll take that off. So that's your first one. Now we'll do exactly the same with the second one. You don't have to have them in the same position. You can do, you know, in a different position. I'm going to take a few of these leaves off the bottom of the fern so I can have it long, bring it down. And just straighten the stem. Let me just move everything so you can all see. Right, so there we have that. So then we'll get us white ruscus again. Oops, one's tangled. I've already fluffed these up, everybody, but you know, I'll fluff them again. I don't mind that. Sit that alongside that. That stem's slightly longer, but they will get chopped off. Oops. So then I'm going to put my orchid in front. So I'm going to hold it now in my hand, like I'd be doing a bouquet. Like I say, I've got the ficus that I want to sit just to the side there. I'm going to put in my carnations. Here we've got on the carnation spray some small little buds. I haven't taken them off because, you know, it's a natural flower. That's how the carnations grow. So I'm all for natural, so we're going to have it natural. So I'm going to put that slightly above the orchid, just so you can see a couple of the buds as well. We'll manipulate those down so you can see those. And then I'm going to put one on this side but slightly lower, and then I've got a smaller one which is going to go down. So again, if you look, the triangle. So then again, I'm going to get this beautiful fern with its little pods, put that at the side and let that just hang over freely. And then this, what I've cut off a vine, I shall put on the opposite side. When I do my bouquets, I was always taught, if I'm doing a handheld bouquet, that on the right hand side, well, my right hand side, which is here, your flower stems go to the back, But then when you're doing the left hand side, your flower stems come to the front. So then they all go like that. That's how I was taught, and it does work. So we're going to put those just slightly up there, and then one at the front like that. And then I have this that I think is the brassica. I must check. And I'm going to sit that one on this side as well. So that's that one done. We'll fluff it up once I put the tie wrap on. And the reason I'm putting the tie wrap on is so I can secure all the stems together, because obviously I'm going to trim them down and join them up. So if I just cut off the tie wrap here, and now we're going to fluff it up. So just place it on here. Excuse me. Bring some of the white ruscus through to the front. And there you have that one. So then you've got the both of them together, and they need to be joined in the centre. And this is where we put our bow once they're joined, and we sit it there. Now don't that look beautiful? So simple, easy to do, and you've finished it quite quickly. So now we've done that, I'm going to trim these at all a similar length, because otherwise at the back, when you put them together, they're going to cross over, and these are too long. They're going to stick in there, and you don't want that. So if I just trim them to a similar size, on both of them. So that's where you have them. One side, as you can see, is stem is longer than the other, and that's because that's going to be the base where this one's going to sit on top. And then once I've tie wrapped these, I'll turn it over, and any that are long, I'll trim them back down. So let's just fasten these together. You may need a couple of tie wraps for this. I'm going to make sure they're in position and that they're not out of sync with each other. I'll get these pliers, the flat-headed ones, and pull it tight, and then cut that one off. Oops, I'm catching the flowers in my hand. And get another one and go on this side as well to hold these ones in. Just make sure they're getting everyone at the back. Yep, yep. And at the front as well. One moment, there's one not gone in. There we go. And do the same, and put the tie wrap on. Now they're all held together as one. So just fluff again, because obviously when you're doing things do move. And it's like that. And I've only got the tie wraps, as you can see there. Once you put the bow on, you can either turn these bits where they're sticking up around and put them underneath, or because we're putting a bow on, I am going to cover the tie wrap with a few pieces of foliage so you don't see them. And then we will attach our bow, which will also cover, and you'll have it looking like that. You can even actually with these, once you've done it like that, you can have it as a table display, you know, on your table when you're having guests round. You know, it's not too high so it won't be in the eye view and they haven't got to keep moving their head to talk to you. It's low down, it looks nice, so win-win. So now I've done that, just going to check it with the lantern. And I'm going to be attaching it through here. And that. You can manipulate it and bend it over as well once it's on. I did want it quite high up here, but I will bend them over. If you want, you can also bend them like that before you actually put them on. So as you can see, it's going down. And then that will sit like that. Right, let's just glue a few of these on because I don't like to see tie wraps. I'll just cut 3 off for now. These are just from my oddments, what I've cut off, and I've had little bits and bobs left, and that's what I tend to use as well, these for, is just to cover around there like that so it's hiding your mechanics. I'm just going to cut that down a bit, it's still sticking up. I like to try and get the tie wraps as close to the bottom as possible. So with this, if I can just reach and get my little metal I don't know, skewer I think it is. It's what you use when you're doing barbecues. We've got a great big pack of them and I thought, oh, I'm going to take a few. And I'm just going to wrap that just around it so it sticks on. And that now is covering your mechanics. I'm going to put another bit under here just to secure that so that doesn't, and just press a couple of seconds and it's down. Remove any glue strings. I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm all for covering mechanics. It's another thing that I was taught to do a professional job. Just turn it upside down. I'll cut that little stem off of it. And we're going to do the same on the opposite side as well. I've got some more that I've got here. Do another. I just get the glue with mascara and I just wipe it along the leaf. You will get some glue strings hanging, but if you just do that, they'll come off. Right, with that one, I want to sit in a horizontal position to cover the whole of the back. Just like I say, remove any glue strings that you find. So now the back is also covered. So we will get our bow. I've already got it ready in advance, and I've also got the wire, I don't know if you can see, which is also attached to the back. And I've also twisted it, so now I'm going to open it in two and go around. And then bring it upside down. twist until you find that your bow is really secure. As I do with the wreaths, I bend the wire over and I flatten it down, and then I get my final leaf. I just take that bottom bit off, and now I'm going to cover the wire. Some people cover the do the covering on the mechanics and the wire all together. I just do it in bits, you know, in stages, because I like to make sure that what I'm doing is all being done and covered correctly. So then I'll do the same with that. Just press it on, remove any glue. Got a little bit what's seeped out. And there you have it on the back. Neat and tidy, so it doesn't look unprofessional. So then fluff your bow up again. Because I've had it upside down, it's gone and flattened it slightly. Oh, my cat's back. Oh my goodness, he won't leave me alone. I think he's waiting for food, because usually around 4 o'clock I feed him. And just fluff it up. I've got 4 different colours. I've got the red, the black and white stripe, the plain ivory, and then I've got an orange. Because in these orchids they are slightly, look a bit orangey red. Just make sure they're all nicely curved. And there you have it. And that is what's going to go and be attached to your lantern. Like I say, it's only a small lantern, but I want it to sit like that. I hope you can see. So now I'm going to put a wire underneath the stem there, and I'm going to bring it so it can be attached through here, so you can't see my mechanics. So I'm just going to get some wire. I've forgotten my floral wire. I tell you, I must become crazy, me, in my old age. I'll grab a few. Saves me keep going back and forward. I did bring some wire out, but I bought the wrong ones. I bought the floral wire pick stems. See, I told you I was going crazy. Are you sure there's nobody out there that's doing what, you know, things like I'm doing? It makes me wonder. Right, to make this these wires longer, to make sure I can get through there, what I do is, as you can see, cross them over, twist a couple of times, and then get the bottom bit and then twist it around here. And I will put tape on that. It's not needed, but again, like I say, I like to finish my mechanics so you can't see, you know, the customers can't see actually how it's been made. So I'm only going to the wire, put the tape around the bit of wire that I've just put lengthened, not all the way down. It's just in the centre where I've crossed it over. And just do it how you do when you're attaching a stem, floral stem. Pull it off. And now you have a longer one. So it's about now from up to 18 inches long. I'm sure that will get through there. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to come, oops, a bit of dried glue. We're going to go through the centre where our bow was, and we're just going to poke it through. And as you can see, it's coming out this end. put the bit there where I've taped it in the centre so you can't see the tape. And then I'm just going to wrap it around this stem a couple of times so it's secure. So I'm just going to face it towards me, ladies and gentlemen, so I can see. So now I want that to go through there. Bring it up a bit. I'll have to do it this way. Let me just... It's the handle that's getting in my way. Oops. I will put it in position once I've secured it. Oh, please move, handle. In fact, actually, there may be a better way of doing it. That's it. I know what I'm doing. Twist it. Get that there. Just going to have a quick look. Is it touching the floor? Let me just fluff these up. I can't not fluff my bow up, even though I've fluffing it up all the time. It's just that you like to see what your bow looks like once you put everything in, attached everything. Let me have a look. I want to bend this over at the top, just slightly. So just manipulate it. I hope you've all got strength. I'm going to get another wire because it's just wobbling a little bit. Here we go. Like I say, I will put it in position. Looks slightly wonky, I guess. I'm just going to move it where now it should be. Now the wire's quite tight. And there you have it. So that is your lantern, and like I say, you can put something in the centre. I think I've got a small candle. I've got quite a lot of candles. I'm just going to open the door and just place it in. It's just a small one to show you what it'd look like with a candle in. I think that looks nice. Yes. And that's what it looks like with a candle inside. And like I say, you can put a little vase in with a few more flowers of similar colour, you know, just to carry on the floral at the bottom. So I hope you like that, and I hope you find it very interesting how quick it takes to do it. It doesn't, like I say, it doesn't take long. It's great to work on here instead of, you know, standing and doing it. You can do it flat, tie wrap everything together, and then just attach it to your lantern. But please always remember to cover your mechanics, because otherwise it just doesn't look very professional. So like I say many times, I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and share to your friends and family, and like. If you need any questions asking, or answering, should I say, just drop me a message. I think my link that I put my link on yesterday, so you can contact me. If not, I'll check it again and do it again. So I hope you all had a great time, and I hope you have a great rest of the day as well, and everything, and have a great night, evening. I sure will. Relaxing again, watching my soaps. Well, not soaps. I don't watch soaps. My drama. I like my dramas. To do with crime, things like that. If you live in the UK, you know what I mean, like Vera, Midsummer Murders, things like that. If you're living elsewhere in America or, you know, anywhere, Canada, anything like that, you may not get things. You may, well, you will. You'll get things like that, but I don't know if you get the English versions. What will you watch? So, have a great day and have a lovely evening. And I hope to see you again. Probably tomorrow there'll be another video. So take care everybody, and have a wonderful evening and stay safe. Bye bye.